see. And now we are going to jump into our next presenter. I got introduced to this next lady through Abundance Flash Mob, I think it was, and I'm going to bring Abigail Mensah-Bonsu on. Hello, my dear.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for doing this. I'm so
Did I say
excited
your
to be
name
here.
correctly? Mensah-Bonsu?
Yes, you do.
Okay, good, good, good. I love, first of all, you guys have to check out her weekly Goddess Energy forecast, which is on YouTube, which is really wonderful. So I hope you're going to be sharing that link with the folks. And if not, I will probably do it for you because I
Thank
really
you.
like it and I get a lot out of it when you share that. And so I'm going to leave you to it because we're 2 minutes in here. You're going to be talking about activating your light body and bringing in
Yes.
some energies from the seventh dimension. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Very exciting. Well, I will leave you to it. The floor is yours, my dear. Thank you again for being
Thank
here.
you. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm so excited to be here. Oh my gosh. It's pretty incredible that with this event, like all the energies that are coming down through it and being channeled through it to help humanity at this time, with everything that we're going through, with the changes that is happening, the transformation that is happening on such a global scale. Like we are in a powerful time. So I'm excited to be here and I'm excited to share this with you and also activate your I'm going to call it your light armor. Okay. And I'm going to talk more about it so you get it. So my name is Abigail. I am an intuitive quantum goddess coach and a multidimensional healer. And my work is to basically awaken everyone that I work with or even come in contact with, because it is in my energy field, to awaken them to the expansive nature, which means that showing them that there's so much more than their physical being and the possibilities are endless. So the way I say it is that I help them create their heaven on earth by realizing that the heaven actually is within them and through their connection with your higher self. And so connecting with your higher self, bringing in the intention, the sacred intention, helping them to create it in this physical form. Because if you can't bring it down into this physical form, then what's the use, right? So that's a little bit about my work. You can read more about it in my intro, and also check out my website as well, which was part of the intro. So shall we begin? And if you have any questions, please let me know. I love it to be interactive. So go ahead and just let me know if you have any questions as I talk about this. So first I wanted to talk about how this came into being, or how this topic even came in. So before all of this COVID-19 thing kind of went berserk, kind of went crazy, I kept in my meditation. One day I went into my meditation, and this time I was taken to this room, and this room was filled with light. It was complete light, but at the center of the room, there was a spot where I was told to go sit in, and that spot, there was just like a downpour of light filling me up and clearing me, but there was like a rearranging also going on, and I was there in this space for probably like a week. About a week. And after that, every time I go into meditation, I'll kind of go and check in to see if I was done. And the next step that when I went in there, when it was done, I noticed that I felt it was like I was hovering, or I was being lifted up, and my wings came out, and then my whole energy body completely shifted. And after that, it was very interesting, because after that, it's like I was in this space of calm and peacefulness, but very aware of what was going on around me. Through this space, I was able to also extend this energy to my family, to protect my son and my husband, regardless of where they are, and my sisters, and everyone that I love, and everyone that also came in contact with me. And then, of course, the COVID-19, the chaos time came in, and again, I still found myself in that same peaceful state. And I realized why my higher self walked me through this to begin with and prepared me for what was to come. So this is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. And hopefully after this, if you've been feeling fear, if you've been getting anxious, if you've been experiencing grief, because this is also bringing in a lot of that grief and sadness too, right? If you've been experiencing any of this, hopefully you feel a sense of relief after this. So we're going to start out by going to the 7th dimension, and I'm going to talk about this to kind of boost your energy. You have to raise your energy first before you can activate your light body. So we're going to start out by going into that 7th dimension, which is known as the way I call it is like the God space, because it is a space of pure light. There's no form, there's no time. It's just pure light, and it's a place where you connect to your pure God essence, God or goddess essence, or divine essence, whatever you want to call that higher power. It's just that's all there is. It is a place to go to come back and touch to your God essence, your cosmic self, your higher self. Actually goes beyond the higher self. It's your God or goddess self, your divine self, right? And so you go there and you get tuned up and you get filled up and you get replenished and you get healed and whatever it is that you need, recalibrated, right? Broken apart and putting back together, right? That's where you go to tune up. And then from there, we're going to bring in your higher self, and we're going to take that to the next level by activating your beautiful light body. And I'm going to break it down to you when we get there. So again, the 7th dimension, I call it the God space. And for me, the way it came in is like a room filled with light. Now, for you, it might look completely different, right? Whatever that God space is for you, that's how it's going to show up. For me, it looked like a room filled with light, where the center of it is where that pure essence is pouring down, where I could go sit and receive. It's almost like I'm sitting underneath a waterfall of pure sacred light. So the 7th dimension is pure consciousness, pure light, pure creativity, pure tone, pure geometry, and pure expression. Is basically the dimension where the soul tunes into to evolve itself. This is very important. And I keep talking about it, is that the 7th plane or the 7th dimension is composed of light, right? I love that, at least the way it showed up for me, that it was pure light. Because when we go into meditation, or when we go into these higher planes, which right now humanity, I mean, we went from 3rd dimension, 4th dimension, and now we're in 5th dimension. We're already seeing the rearrangement going on in a global scale, being in the 5th dimension, very beginning of the 5th dimension. So going into 7th dimension plane, to really receive this, you can see how this is going to be beneficial for you. Beneficial not just physically, but on all levels, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, right? What else did I made sure I made points so that I don't forget the important aspects of it. There was something coming in. Let's see. Okay. So we know that there's different levels of dimensions. We also know that not everybody is on the same dimension. Heck, there are people that came to this planet already in the highest dimensions. There are people that can go in and out of dimensions, such as myself. And you do this through your higher self. Now, at the beginning of the year, I kept talking about, hey, it's time to connect to your higher self. It's time to merge with your higher self, higher self, because the higher self is a vehicle to your higher consciousness. You cannot do this without your higher self. It's very important. Your human self is dense, is the earth, is the root that brings all that higher energy into the physical form, right? Trying to take that dense energy up, no. You can try it, but there's no reason why you should do that, because that's where the higher self comes in. I wanted to talk a little bit about the higher self and all of this. We tend to not see him or her. We don't even notice how important she is to us or he is to us. This part of ourselves that knows everything. This part of ourselves that knows why you decided to come to this planet. This part of ourselves that has the answer to every question that you've been asking. Everything that we need to know, everything that we are, this higher self contains it. And yet, somehow we've forgotten him or her. We've forgotten this infinite being that is us. Now, why is that? I want you to ask yourself that question. Why is it so hard for me to connect to my higher self? Have I even connected to my higher self? If you've never connected to your higher self, which I doubt if you're in this space, you have in some way, shape, or form. But if you haven't, ask that question. Why haven't I connected to my higher self? Who is my higher self? And what is the purpose of my higher self? This is so important at this time where we're being drawn within. When you go deep within yourself, your higher self is right there to show you the way, to show you the path, to give you the answers, to give you the peace of mind that you need, the relief that you need. The light body is one of the tools that the higher self brings in. And so you can't activate the light body without having the connection to your higher self. And there's a reason for that, because your vibration has to be really high in order to get that activation. In the olden days, you had to be an initiate in a mystery school to get this activation, because there was so much process of letting go, of releasing, of raising your vibration, of eating high vibrational foods and nourishing your body before you could even receive your light body activation. In this day, and now if you notice, in the past, mystery schools were hidden, but in this day, all of that teachers are coming to the surface because humanity is ready to receive high frequency, high vibration messages, clearance, healings, whatever it is, light, to raise everything up. But the key is your higher self. You cannot get enough of your higher self. And if you haven't been working with him or her, I want you to start doing that from now on, because it really is life-changing. When I'm doing my work, such as what I'm doing right now, I am one with my higher self. When I'm channeling, I am channeling my higher self. I don't have to go outside of me to go channel something else. If an ascended master wants to, say something through me, he or she has to go through my higher self. My higher self knows what is good for me, what is in alignment with my truth, what is in the frequency of love, right? There's a protection there, so that nothing can just come through and try to channel through me. We don't want that, right? Or work through me. With your higher self, you're always aligned with the divine. You never have to worry about, am I protected or not? Am I speaking my truth or not? Where am I? Because I'm always going to be in alignment with my truth. I'm always going to be in alignment with my sacred self. I'm always going to be walking that center, that center path. There's no questions there. When the doubt comes in, I know I am out of alignment, that I'm not connecting with my higher self. When I feel confused, I know that I'm not in connection with my higher self. Something's missing there, and I know to come right back. So, whew. Let's talk about the light body. The light body is like an armor, a light armor that the higher self has for us. Now, until it's something that is a tool that we have, but you have to activate it in order for you to have access to it. Once you have access to it, once you've activated, it's always there. And actually, there's levels to it. The first step of this activation is what you're going to be receiving today. And to be honest, it depends on what work you're here to do or what your service is to humanity. This is like the foundation of it. You have this light body, you're good. Now, if you're called to do higher work, then yes, you need to step it up. Then we have the golden dragon activation. That one is badass. And then there's other levels, but we're just going to focus on your light body because that is what we need at this time. This light body protects you from crisis such as this, such as the COVID-19. It protects you from viruses, bacteria. It protects you. This is on the physical level. It protects you from negative energies, dark energies, anything that is not for you, not for your highest good, or in alignment with your truth, or in that vibration of love. It protects you from that. But it is not a hard armor. This is what I love about it. It's not like you have this metal thing where it just reflects everything and you kind of just don't get anything, like complete shut off. That's not what I'm talking about. The light body, it is made of light. It is permeable in terms of allowing the right things to flow through and reflecting or deflecting away the things that are not in alignment with you. And there's so many other things that filters through that you don't even have to worry about because that's the work of your higher self. The higher self does so much behind the scenes for us so that we don't have to worry about that. And we can just continue in our service and our work for humanity. So our light body takes our consciousness to the next level. Now, I'm using words to talk about or try to explain this concept, but I'm also sending you an energetic description to you, because sometimes it's hard to use the words to describe something that is not material. But the heart always knows, the higher heart always knows what that message is. So I'm sending you that too. So I really want you to not just listen to this message, but also feel into this. And as we're talking about the light body and your higher self, I want you to continue to also check in. Do I have my higher self with me right now? Call your higher self in. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. Call your higher self in right now. Higher self, come join us. Beautiful higher selves, come join us at this time. May each person that is watching this, whether right now or even later, receive their higher selves. I want you to open up to experience this. How is your higher self coming in for you? How is your higher self showing up for you? How do you feel in the presence of your higher self? That's important. How do you feel in the presence of your higher self? At this time, I'm calling in that divine protection to just surround this beautiful event, so that your pure consciousness can come through and nothing else that is not in alignment or in that frequency. I'm calling in each of your divine team, including the angels, the archangels, of course, your higher self, to all come in at this time. Beautiful goddesses come in at this time to usher in this activation, to take us all to that next level of consciousness so that we can truly be of service, especially at this time that we're being called to even step up even more and also in a different way. Just go ahead and take in some deep breaths in and feel your higher self. I'm getting some people, it feels like I'm moving my hand because it feels like this light coming down and almost like like a ribbon, like wrapping it around you, swirling around you. I'm getting some people, I see like your higher self coming from behind and like entering you and going into you, merging into you. And I see some people, your higher selves are standing next to you, whether on your right or on your left. Pay attention to what side your higher self steps in, because what is coming through, if your higher self shows up on your right side, is showing you where your higher self in the physical realm works with you. So the right side is the masculine. Think about the masculine attributes, the passion, the drive, the fire. And then on the left is the feminine. Oh, there's more coming in. On the left is the feminine. Now get in that. If your higher self shows up on the left, there's a lot of divine feminine work that you're probably doing or have been thinking about doing, stepping into, or you're being called to step into that and do more of that work to help women and men connect to that divine feminine within them. So pay attention to that. Taking a deep breath in. Beautiful. We're just going to ask our higher self to just stay with us as we just go right into this process. Now, as I walk you through this process, your breath is very important. So make sure that you keep breathing in. As you breathe in, imagine like you're breathing in the purest light. And as you breathe out, imagine that you're breathing out any fear, any anxiety, anything that doesn't feel good in your body, in your mind, in your heart. So you just breathe it out. So breathing in light, breathe out anything that doesn't feel good. Focus on that. And also, I wanted to make it clear, the way you see the process, you might see it, you might hear it, you might sense it. You know, you will be using the sixth sense that that you have mastered. So if you're able to see it, great. If you're able to hear it, great. If you're able to just sense it, that is there, that's good too. There's no right way in doing this. Yeah. Okay. We're clear on that. All right, taking a deep breath in and out. So imagine, see, sense, or feel this beautiful light pouring down from above through your crown, going through your head, going through your heart. And as it touches your heart, see this light expand out into every cell within your body. Allow each cell in your body to just drink up this light, to just fill up with this light. See these cells begin to hum and shake as their vibration begin to raise. Continue to send the light all the way through your legs, out through the bottoms of your feet. Send it down into the center of Mother Earth and let it anchor or root down into the center of Mother Earth. Keep breathing that light down through your body, through your roots, into Mother Earth. And now open up to receive the light from Mother Earth coming up through the earth, through the bottom of your feet, all the way up. Let it anchor into your heart. And there, see it mix with that heavenly light and expand. And in this expansion, it actually goes outside of your physical body and creates a beautiful bubble of light around you, around each and every one of you. Creating a sacred space for you to take this journey. Beautiful. And now I'm calling your higher self to come and join us at this time. So imagine, see, sense, or feel your higher self appear, whether in front of you or to the right of you, to the left of you. Beautiful. And in front of you, imagine, see, sense, or feel a door appearing, beautiful golden door. And your higher self takes your hand and begins to walk with you towards the door. And when you reach the door, go ahead and open. And know that you are safe. It is safe for you to go through this process. It is safe for you to walk through this doorway. It is safe for you to activate your light body. And it is safe for you to heal, to release, to replenish, to let go and surrender in the light. So go ahead and enter through the door and walk through. So you're walking through this doorway with your higher self. And in front of you, you see this beautiful room just filled with pure light. And at the center of the room is where it's concentrated. And you see like a little seat at the center of the room. And your higher self motions you to walk to the center and just sit. To sit underneath that it looks like there's a waterfall of light coming through that center, above that center of the room, and through you, into you, around you. Your higher self motions you to sit down and simply surrender. So go ahead and take a seat and receive the light. Heal. Reconnect. Come back to your center. Get tuned up and receive. And keep breathing. Use your breath. Whether you see what is going on or not, it is still happening for you. So don't get frustrated. It's still happening for you. Receive this. Now, one thing that is coming up is that even when we move up to that next level for that activation, you might still be there in that room receiving or getting that attunement. And so I want you to ask your higher self, how long are you going to be there for? And then receive a number. For me, it was a week. So it was 7 days. They made it very clear. And receive that number. Beautiful. Now I'm just going to leave you there and just let you just keep breathing and just receiving this light. But I want you to surrender. Use your breath to relax. Begin to see, sense, feel what is going on within your body. What is going on within your mind, your heart. And in your spirit, as you receive this highly dense divine light, if you're finding it hard to surrender and receive, you can even repeat this mantra. I open to receive this unconditional light and love of the divine within and all around me. I am open to receiving this divine light and divine love within and all around me. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. I am open to receive. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Now, as soon as I get the go from your higher selves, we'll move on to that next stage to get your light body activated. But for now, go ahead and continue to receive. And what I'm hearing, for those of you who are, I kind of see it like you're being filled up. So like there's a level, and you can see where the light is. And what I'm hearing like this humming as you're being filled with this light. Like your entire cells are literally humming in this high frequency light. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Some of you are already at 100%. Beautiful. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good job, guys. All right. So I have the green from all of our higher selves. Beautiful. Now imagine, see, sense, or feel that you begin to rise up. It's almost like you are levitating, and around you is this beautiful bubble of light. Keep going higher and higher and higher into the light, into the divine light. Now, as you get closer to the divine source light, you begin to see that white light begin to shift in colors. Pay attention to it. It might be opalescent. It might, whatever color it shows up, that's your soul color. So pay attention to that. But begin, like, go higher and higher and higher. And you reach a point where your bubble stops, and all around you is just that pure soul color, that everything that is you. That's how I kind of feel, like how I can explain it. It's everything that is you, unfiltered, untouched, like just raw you, before the mind overthought about it, or before we got influenced by our society and our parents. Before all of that, like who we are at the source, that is what is surrounding you. And you see your higher self behind you, and at this time your higher self is even bigger than you. And he or she wraps her hand around your bubble. And when her hands touch your bubble, pure energy begin to pour into it. And that energy filtrates through your bubble. And the way I'm being shown is almost like this liquid light. For me, it's like silver. I'm getting silver for me. And it's like this liquid light pouring around your body, creating this layer of skin around you. I want you to keep breathing here, because the more you breathe, the more light is poured into this layer, and the more it gets activated. Now from above you, source light, it continues to pour down. So we have that soul light coming in. We have the light from your higher self, and then we have source light all pouring in to infuse into that layer around you. Now begin to see, sense, and feel that layer around you expand. I feel like this warmth, like someone is hugging me. Begin to see that layer around you expand and vibrate. At this time, the humming is like really loud. See it expand out around you. See it become one with the bubble around you. So instead of a bubble, it's actually you. It takes the form of you. Keep breathing here as your higher self continues to activate this layer around you. Again, surrender. It's okay if you don't understand completely what your higher self is doing. Tell your mind to relax. This is not a time to overthink it. It is simply so. Keep breathing. Okay. I'm getting that some of you, you're being directed to just stay in the God room. I'm gonna call it the God room or divine room, or creator room, whatever you want to call it. But and if you were told to stay there, it is okay. You need that now more than ever, and so do that. And then once that is completed, come back and listen to this, and then do the next step up. Remember, your higher self will only give you what you need right now, okay? And even going into that God room, that is so powerful at this time, is so protective. So don't even underestimate it at all. Keep breathing. You will notice what your higher self is doing with your light body, your light armor. I'm seeing like these, I want to call it light codes, but it's like symbols, light symbols begin to infuse into these light bodies. These are specific signatures for each person, so no one has the same combination. Pay attention to what yours look like. Keep breathing. Now see, sense, or feel who you are right now. I'm getting most of you, your images have changed. Now that your light body is around you, something has, you don't look the same. That's totally okay. There's a merging between you and your light self there. So that's why you've completely morphed. And keep breathing and receiving this. Your light body gets brighter and brighter as your higher self continues to pour light into the sacred light armor. And as the divine source light continue to also pour in there. Beautiful. And now to seal this activation, bring your attention to your heart space. See, sense, or feel a flower begin to emerge. Now, this is your soul flower. This flower is connected to your light body. It's connected to your higher self. It's connected to your soul purpose. It's connected to everything that you are and the highest consciousness, the highest level. Pay attention to what kind of flower that is. And I'll talk about it after we're done with this, about how to use that. All right. Let's go ahead and calibrate this. As above, so below. As within, so without. Begin to expand the light coming out of that armor out around you. For me, it feels like my light is pulsating. Depending on what you're doing or what your work is, the light might act differently. But send that light out. You are a beacon of light here. Once you've activated your light body, you become a beacon. You've always been a beacon of light for humanity. But now you've taken it to a whole different level. Have you ever been around someone and immediately, just within the energetic space, you feel the best you've ever been? the most joyful, the most grounded, the most clarity. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When people even come close to your energy field without you even laying a hand on them, they receive your gift to humanity, your soul gift. Taking a deep breath in here as we finish up. You begin to see, sense, and feel that you're coming down back into that God space, or the God room. And here, this is kind of weird, because there'll be a part of you, if you need to stay in the God room to continue that work there with the light, you see that a part of you is still sitting underneath that light at the center of the room. And this, you walking out with your higher self. If you're completely done with the God room, then of course, you'll be able to get up and come back to the physical being. So coming back to that God room. And then with your higher self, go ahead and walk back out through that door, knowing that you can always come back in to go through this process, to reconnect again. Every time you feel disconnected, every time you feel clouded by this dense human experience, every time you want to reconnect to your raw truth of who you are, the raw vision of who you are before you came down here, you can always do this process again. So go ahead and walk back out through that golden door and see it close behind you, because this is only for you. No one else can come in or use it. And your higher self brings you all the way back into this physical body. And before this is complete, she gives you a kiss on your third eye, your forehead. And she places her hand on your heart and blesses you. Now this time I wanted to add something extra here that I was called to add to. We're going to activate the key code 3 of the Divine Feminine Codex. This key code is connected to Green Tara, which is very much connected to this COVID-19 epidemic going on there. So go ahead and open up and receive this blessing. There's nothing else you need to do but just receive this activation and blessing. We now recognize and activate the third aspect of Key Code 3 within all of us. We are the one of the golden life. We are perfectly designed to enjoy and increase life in all ways. In honor of the gift of life that we are given, we choose to live a golden life. We unconditionally bless life, embodying the golden ray of wisdom, receptivity, generosity, and prosperity. We choose to enjoy our golden lives by increasing the reality of heaven on earth for the liberation of all beings. Om Tare Ture Soha. Om Tare Ture Soha. Om Tare Ture Soha. So be it, and so it is. Thank you, divine angels. Thank you, divine creator and creatrix of all that is. Thank you, higher self. Thank you, beautiful goddesses, beloved Green Tara, for this beautiful activation and reconnection. We ask that you continue this work even after this is over. We ask that you continue to show us how we can step up and show up in this world at this time to be of greatest service while in your arms. Thank you for this, and thank you for all this. So be it, and so it is. Thank you. This was, thank you for receiving this activation, because it's kind of like we know that light is very contagious. Light is very contagious. Once you're activated and you're radiating your true essence, everyone that comes into connection or comes in close proximity to your energy field also gets ignited. So when you receive this, you are helping the entire humanity also light up as well. And we need to light up even now more than ever. We need to hold our light and let it shine now more than ever. And know that we are safe. We are safe. Like the message that keeps coming in, the reason why I still feel a peace, that I'm not freaking out, is because I know that this too shall pass. And then once it's done, everything will change for the better. And me, my family, everyone that I love will be safe, and humanity will be at its best. There's a truth in there that is encoded within me. And I hope that through receiving this activation and reconnection, that you receive this truth too, this inner calm and this inner peace that is unshakable by the storms that are swirling around all of us. Because in order for us to do our work, we need to know that we are safe and our families and all our loved ones are safe. And that's exactly what you just received today. So let's see. What is the time? Okay, cool. So that is what I wanted to share. Let's see here. Do you guys have any questions? Let's see. Why am I not seeing any comments? Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. It was hiding on me. Okay, let's see. Oh, look at these comments. This is so cool. So cool. Okay. So Peggy says, oh my gosh, Abigail. Thank you so very much, Abigail. So powerful and truly amazing. Yes, we are safe. Yes, yes, yes. I feel so much calmer. That was awesome, Abigail. Thanks a million. No, thank you. Thank you for receiving this. You know, you make my work so much, like, it feels great. When I receive these channelings, it's just, most of the time I have no idea what kind of impact it's supposed to be doing, you know, but when I share it and it's received on this level, now that makes me happy. So thank you for receiving this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to be the beacon of light. I bless you so much, all of you. I want you guys to shine. I want you guys to thrive and prosper. Bless you. So beautiful and profoundly divine. Thank you. We are a miracle of light. Yes. Yes, we are. Let's see. I feel so calm. Beautiful. Let that calm literally vibrate off of you every day. Thank you. That was amazing. So enriching. Thank you. Oh, you guys are warming my heart. What a beautiful gift you shared. Thank you. It is my absolute pleasure. Thank you. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the things that I offer if you would like to kind of check out more of my work. I do have the YouTube channel. It is in the description. And I do the weekly goddess forecast. It is something that is fun for me to do. And I just share what kind of energies that we are working with, like on a larger scale, right, for the week. And then each person receives this, you know, you can choose a message that is specifically for you. And then I end that with a meditation that you can work with for the entire week to make sure to bring you back into alignment. That's one of the things that I offer humanity for free. If you would like to find out more about some of the classes and the courses that I do, it's also on my website. I do have a DNA activation program, Ignite your cosmos. And then also, if you would like to take your meditation to the next level, I have another program that can help you do that, the Gifts of Spirit program. And they're all online courses, so you can do it at your own pace, as much as you want. And all of that purpose, one of my gifts, my main gift is about the light. It's about helping you shine your light, find your light, and turn it from a little spark to a blazing bonfire that is literally badass, right? To help you shine your light unapologetically. So through activation, through clearance, through receiving, it just depends, like coaching, like talking, helping people to create their heaven on earth by just being the what word am I looking for? Like the board, the sounding board. Or if they need guidance or direction, then of course that is through channeling. It is not me doing the work, but just channeling from their higher self perspective, but also helping them to connect to that, so they don't need me to channel that at the end. All of my clients, I teach them to be their own badass selves. That is my goal. I don't want you to just follow me and try to be me or try to put me on the pedestal. No, I want you to be your own badass self. So that's like my passion. And it's very easy for me to see the amazingness of human, the light within human, their superpowers, so that I can actually help them get there. Yeah. So I really love I love what I do. Let's see. What a gift you shared, feeling so blessed. So if you have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and ask. I'm opening the floor for that. I love questions. But if not, I think we're good. I think we're good.
That was so lovely, Abigail. That was
Thank
such a
you.
nice treat. I was just sitting here and kind of taking it all in, and because I knew there was something about what you were going to be bringing in today that was really going to resonate with me, and I was right.
Of
But
course.
but one thing that you said that really stuck out for me was about, going into the fear and how that's so easy to do right now because of everything that's around us. It's easy to just kind of take all that in and not be good at filtering it very
Mm-hmm.
much. And I'm finding that, people like you and myself, we have our own, tools and tips and tricks in our spiritual toolbox for really being good custodians and creating good boundaries for our energy. And that really the biggest step of that is the bigger thing that you're talking about is the empowerment, the
Yes,
empowerment that we can feel that, it's wonderful to work with great teachers and great mentors, but you never want to be them. You
exactly.
want to take the tools they're giving you so that you are finding your own unique path and energetic that you're going to share with the world, because everyone is so unique and we have to celebrate that. And what's going to emerge from all of this, even though there is a ton of fear right now, is us finding a deeper definition of who we really are and being
Exactly.
braver and bolder about sharing that. Don't you find that that's kind of an undercurrent of the themes that are
Oh,
happening right now?
oh, absolutely. And
Yeah.
so much more. So much more. There's so much in terms of the changes, what is coming through that I think that there's like steps to it, the way they're showing me or the way my higher self is showing me. There's like steps to it. So for us who are holding the space for this major transformation, there's like little bits that come in that humanity can handle at a time. So
Mm-hmm.
us talking about, okay, this change is really gonna, like one of the ways that I've been telling like my husband and others is like, this is gonna force people to do like their work differently. So I'm from the acupuncture world. So a lot of my friends are like acupuncturists and herbal medicine practitioners. And with this closing, a lot of them were freaking out. And
Mm-hmm.
the ones that I work with, I'm like, well, this is a chance for you to try to figure out how to be of service in a different way. And so this is not just on the acupuncture level. This is going through all the other levels. Like, what else can I
Everything.
do? What is within me that I can share, because I can't do this anymore, or right now, what else can I share? So it's kind of helping us push that out. Every day I wake up, I was like, how do you want me to be of service today? What do you want me to say?
Mhm.
I'm not going to just show up and say nothing. It has to come through. And because what comes through is what people need to hear. But yeah, there's a push, there's being pushed out of us, because not everybody's ready for that. I mean, that's why all of this is happening. We have to go through this, I call it the Phoenix stage.
Right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And if there is, some consolation for those who are experiencing the fear, it's not just one person feeling this reset. We're all in this together. And so we can take comfort in the collective, reset that's happening
Yes.
right now. Everyone is
Yes.
feeling this in their own way. Granted, it's on a very unique and individual scale for each individual, but
Mm-hmm.
it's we're all having this reset. And so when we have to take that step back and take a colossal time out like we have presented with us right now,
Mm-hmm.
there has to be, number one, of course, a paradigm shift that takes, the space of a global perspective. But at the same time, you're right. We have to look where, okay, well, where am I getting this invitation rather to
Yes.
step up bigger, to
Yep.
take what I'm doing and benefit more people or be in more service or whatever that is, however that translates. And I think that throughout all opportunities people have in their career path or professional lives now, this is really gifting us with an opportunity to look at how we can be of more service. I don't care what you do.
Yes.
I don't care if you do
Exactly.
nails for a living.
Yep.
I don't care if you hang sheetrock for a living. There
Yep.
is an opportunity here in everything, not just for us here, the world of
Exactly.
metaphysics. Everybody has an opportunity to be of more service. And I think that's a huge takeaway from where
Yeah.
we're at right now. And I'd like to think that we're contributing to that, idea here with the summit is that, we're all going to take a step back and
Yes.
reassess everything in the way
Yep.
we approach our daily lives. So I just
Yeah.
want to thank you so much for contributing. I think someone's asked a question real quick. What is your website again,
Oh,
Abigail?
yes. It is moongoddessacademy.com.
Beautiful.
Moongoddessacademy.com.
And folks, those of you who are watching and are in the Global Acceleration group, she has a post, and I did hashtag Abigail's name, so you can look up more about her really quickly in the search bar when you look at the Global Acceleration post in the group. All of her info will be there as well.
So, Catherine, I just want to say thank you, because um, when I asked that question, how can I be of greatest service? And I went on Facebook and yours popped up immediately. And if you notice, I was one of the first ones. I was like, yeah,
What can I
you know,
say? There's
and I
no
was like,
coincidences,
wow,
right?
yeah. So thank you.
No.
This is so incredible and so necessary for people. Like everyone's presentation and the presentations to come. I was looking at it. I was like, good God, this is
Something for
incredible.
everybody, right?
Yeah,
There
this
is
is,
something
yeah,
for everybody here. And then,
exactly.
maybe even some stuff that you didn't even know you needed or wanted
Exactly.
or were
Yes.
interested in. And then you're coming
Mm-hmm.
away from this with so much knowledge and insight. That was really my vision. And, I got to thank you because you and all the contributors and presenters helped me realize this vision. So I could not have done it without you. And again, just thank you for sharing your light. I'm so glad that you were able to participate. I really wanted you to be in here.
I'm glad I did.
So thank you. And welcome to
Maria,
your new
thank
soul
you.
family. You've made
I
some new
know.
friends.
I'm excited.
All right, my dear. Thank you
Thank
again.
you. Thank you,
Love you.
everybody.
Appreciate you.
Mwah.
Bye bye.